Hi everybody, Jake here. Welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. If you're new, we're here with the start of Season 4 of The Legends, 4 series in now, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Hopefully you guys are too. We've got a lot to get into today, from recent form going into the game today, which is our first game of the season. We've sold a lot of players too, and we've also spent a fair bit of map money, and we're going to be talking about plans to build the squad up because the transfer window is not fully done yet, and I still expect there to be business. We're going to talk about what we really think are the aims of this season, and can we really do it? Can the Champions League be on the horizon this season? If you don't already know, when we win the Champions League, that'll be the end of the series. So I think this could be our year. It could be next year, who knows? But I think right now we're in a very good position, and we'll talk about why in a second. But before we do, I'd just like to ask you guys, if you do enjoy this kind of content or you just want to help me out, it really helps when you guys hit the like button. So if we can aim for 40, 50 likes, whatever it is, let's aim for 40 minimum. And if you see it on 40, tick it up to 50 if you can. That would mean a lot to me. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content, and it will push the videos out to more people. Drop a comment down below if you'd like to get involved. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm hoping to hit 2,200 subscribers by the end of May, so if we can get to that, that'll be awesome. A fair chunk of you who are watching aren't subscribed, so it would mean a lot if you just hit that button and ring the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any uploads. Right, that's enough of me doing my little plugs on the video, so it's about time we get straight in to today's video and the start of Season 4. So our current form and why I think that we could potentially win Champions League this season. We had a lot of friendlies, that's fine. As you can see, doing pretty well against teams that would be probably like 4th seeded teams in a Champions League group. 6-1 against Frankfurt is a very good result because they do have a pretty decent team and have been doing quite well in the Bundesliga, but it was this result against PSG. Now, we have been beating PSG for quite a while, there's no doubt about that. We are the better team in France in my eyes right now. You can see we beat them 5-2. It was quite a significant result. Yes, it was technically only pre-season in what is the equivalent of the Community Shield in France. It's the Trophée des Champions. And yeah, we smashed them, but it's not just that we beat PSG. PSG have spent a significant amount of money this summer and have an amazing squad, and we have beat them. Not only do they have a very good squad of players who we've all looked at, and they've signed players above us, like Cucurella was once on my shortlist, Matvienko as well, but they've just added some real talent to their squad. This summer they signed Mason Greenwood, I think it was, yeah, it was this summer, for £131 million. He is one of the best players in the world at the minute in this save, and they've gone and signed him. This guy, Everton Schiabalinia, I don't know how you pronounce it, was on our shortlist for a long time. You can see why. Heavily rated by our scouts. He's gone and joined for 57 million. Did they stop there? No, you can see they brought in Lionel Messi, the greatest player of all time, arguably, for free. So he is now part of their team. I don't know how long João Felix has been there. I think he was there last season, actually. They bought him. They bought in Harry Kane, I believe, unless they've sold him on. No, they've still got Harry Kane. They've got an amazing squad. And even this young goalkeeper, who I've tried to get my hands on because he does genuinely look like the best young goalkeeper in this current save, and I really wanted to get him to eventually take over Livakovic should this save gone for quite a while. They gone and signed him out from under our noses too. All them scout reports, by the way, saying that we could buy him for 1.6 million. That's what they paid for him. That's now out of date. But PSG are a very good squad, and we beat them very, very comfortably. Now, I would expect that we'll win the league again this season. I hope we can win the French Cup too, if we can. And I think Champions League, I really want to get semi-finals this year. We've been knocked out in the quarterfinals twice now. I think semi-finals put ourselves in the ring with the big boys. Hopefully, that will lead to a reputation increase, which is the real thing holding us back right now. Our facilities are amazing. Our club, our squad is really good. It's very hard to look for places where we could improve our squad right now, in my opinion, with the players that are out there. But if we can get our reputation just a little bit higher, it would really help us out, because the amount of times we lose out to a club that we want to be competing with because our reputation isn't high enough when we're trying to sign a player happens more often than you would believe. Facilities wise, in case anyone is interested, state-of-the-art training, state-of-the-art youth, exceptional academy coaching, and exceptional youth recruitment. So all good there. We're in a new stadium now, I believe, as well, or at least we bought the stadium that we currently owned, and we're expanding the capacity. So the club is building up very nicely. But we did, of course, make some transfer business. Now, as I did say, it is very hard, in my opinion, right now to improve the squad outright and just go, oh yeah, we'll have him. He'll definitely make our squad better. The improvements that we have made now are quite subtle, but I hope will be big in terms of what we achieve in the season as a whole. So one of our key players who's been here since the start of the save has left, so let's have a look at it. Firstly, this one hasn't gone through yet, but Yusuf Yachi, the 26-year-old, if we can bring £24 million in for him, that's £50 million in the budget. I didn't need him, he's my third choice attacking midfielder right now, and we can invest that money elsewhere, particularly in the central midfield position. I still think we need one more super good player, and we are looking for that in the market. It's just hard to find one right now, because I really don't want to waste my money on just, he might be good. I really want to bring in quality, because I want to win the Champions League here. But transfer history, the big sale that we did make, if we look by price, is Zeki Çelik, our right back. We actually sold both our Turkish players if Yachi goes, but there we go. Çelik has left for £42 million to Tottenham. A good deal in my eyes, and the board liked it too, because they brought him in apparently for 2.2 million way before we started. But of course, where we started to save here, he's been pretty good for us and had a good season last year in particular with a lot of assists. It attracted a lot of interest, and I wasn't too keen to sell. You can see he's an okay player. He's probably not worth 50 million at right back. Fullbacks are a hard position to find, in my opinion. But this guy came along. We'll go into every individual sale and stuff in a minute, but Emerson from Barcelona was available. He is better if you compare attributes in every single one, but like 2 attributes. So I thought he's worth bringing in for only a like £10 million extra on top of what we sold Selic for. We hadn't made any big signings. I thought this could be the one. He's younger and better, performing for the Brazilian national team now too. I think he could be a very big player for us at right back, and I would suggest with Aaron Martin, Ahmed Hodzic, Todibo, Emerson, I think that back four is the certain back four almost that we all have when we do go on to win the Champions League. Unless someone really good comes up in terms of a wonder kid or a regen, I don't think we're going to see anyone else because no one has really appeared. Other players that we've brought in, however, has been this guy. A lot of like young players that we're looking to build in for the future, really, but he does look pretty good. Arthur Fernandez, one of Portugal's best young players in the game currently, looks like he'll do a very good job as a deep line playmaker on a support duty eventually, but for right now, he's not really part of our plans. The same with this guy, we brought him in because he was a good youngster, and then we loaned him out to Hertha, where hopefully we'll get some game time, but it doesn't look like it, and this guy too, which was a director of football signing. So there is definitely work to be done. As I said, I am looking for a central midfielder, but we didn't just sell Selic. We've also brought in a bit of money elsewhere. We tried to do a cumulative thing where we just sold a lot of players to make money rather than sell a superstar. So on top of the Selic sale, we sold Bekir Omaragic, who we did bring in to be our 4th choice centre-back. We loaned him out. He didn't do very well on loan. Came back, and I realised there wasn't really that much of a place for him in our team. So we did take a slight loss there. But yeah, I don't think that we're going to miss him. He's now worth more. He's obviously one of the better young centre-backs in the game, but we weren't going to use him. Our 4th choice centre-back, Tiny Cox, when Bekir Omaragic was on loan. I can't believe I have to say that, by the way. Tiny Cox, he played about 4 or 5 times, so I'm not going to sit there and hold on to a £14 million player, potentially, that's only going to play 4 games. We sold him, made our money back. Tiny Cox, I'm sure, will play more. He's been subject to transfer interest from a lot of the big clubs in the world. Real Madrid, Liverpool, Manchester United. He is a very good young centre-back. But Evan Almaragic would have been at his age, so we're going to hang on to him. We've also sold our first viewer member player, so I haven't actually put the new names on the youth intake yet, so I'll do that next episode. But Lucas Mortison is a channel viewer. We put his name on one of our youngsters after he commented asking he wants his name in the game, which a lot of you guys have done, and hopefully you'll start seeing yourself in around the first team soon. But we sold him. We had too many options at left back. He's going to have a good career for Monaco, no doubt. £2 million. I thought, why not? We're not really going to miss him, and we make a little bit of money. Same with these like random transfers. Show, never heard of him, was in my under 23s the whole time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can see he was playing for Lille second side here. He's done pretty well on loan, to be honest, and I'm sure he'll do great for Guancamp as well. But when we got offered nearly £2 million for him, I don't think it's worth rejecting. We've also sold a lot of random players and loaned a few people out too. Temadeo has gone out on loan to be a regular starter at Brest, who are one of the relegation candidates in Ligue 1, so he's getting Ligue 1 football now. That is another channel viewer. Another channel viewer who's gone out on loan is Edmundo Rosa. He is out on loan at Emmen yet again. They wanted him back after his very good season that he had when he joined them in January. Got an injury, but did play quite well for him, and he looks like he is going to be a superstar. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it in terms of transfer business, and it leaves our squad looking like this. So, in goal, Livakovic and Chevalier. I'm pretty fine with that. Unless a really good goalkeeper comes along, I'm not going to spend a lot of money trying to replace Livakovic. I'm quite comfortable with them two as our goalkeepers, and as I did mention, our defence I'm pretty certain is fine. We've got Mukiel and Emerson as our main right backs, Todibo, Ahmed Hodzic, Benkovic and Tiny Cox as our centre back, with the option of Never Said unless we loan him out. That is another channel viewer player. We've got Aaron Martin at left back, and in backup for him this season we've got another player who came through in a youth intake a few years ago, Sasuke. That's another channel viewer player, I believe named after an anime character, so we brought him in. He actually looks like a very good left back in terms of what we look for in him, which is a good attacking threat, and I think he'll probably play like 5 games a season when Aaron Martin's out being rested. I'm sure he would do a good job. He's not going to be playing that often, and he's definitely good enough quality to play against some of the lower level teams in our league. Central midfield is where I'm still looking for another player. Renato Sanchez, Cooper Meisen and Cham are good options, but in terms of a 4th option, I don't know, and we've got so much money that I might actually not look for a 4th option, but look for a best central midfielder, which will then push the others down a little bit. So I am looking for someone else to fill in them positions. Up front, Arezzo and David, 2 very good strike options. Gomez and Barrow off the left-hand side with Ikone and Akamach on the right. And then we've got Almada through the middle, but don't worry, I've got options like Angel Gomez can come in and back up Almada if he actually goes. We've got a lot of youngsters who can fill in all around. So I think we'll be fine in terms of position. So that pretty much leaves us. Before we go into the game, I will show the team, but I'll also talk about our aims for this season. I want to win the Champions League. I've been saying for a while I don't think we're ready. I think we now are. Whether it will happen this season, I don't know, but I do think we're ready now to put up a proper challenge for it. I would be annoyed if we got locked out anytime before the quarter semi-finals, so I think we can win it. And this is the team we're putting out today to start our season in what should hopefully be a very comfortable win against Nice. Nice aren't a bad club after all, but I think we are at a level now where we should be expecting to win this game 4 or 5-0. That's just how I think about it. I've seen how we play against these kind of teams usually off camera, and we are usually very good. So we're going with Livakovic, Emerson, Todibo, Benkovic in for the injured Ahmed Hodzic currently, Aaron Martin, Sanchez, Cooper Myers, Akamatch, Angel Gomez, Musa Barrow and Matthias Arezzo. It's been a while since I've been on the save, so I can't explain why certain players aren't playing. For example, I'm pretty certain we are actually going to use Almada there, and if Ikone's fit, he will also be in for Akamatch. So I don't know where that came from, but this is pretty much our main team outside of Ahmed Hodzic, who is of course injured. I think we can definitely win this by quite a lot of goals. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for supporting the series recently. It really does mean a lot, and hopefully we can end it in a nice way sometime soon, whether it's the end of this season, next season, the season after, however long it takes. But hopefully at some point we will win the Champions League and it will all be perfect and it will be a great end to this series. So this is our team. Let's go out there and let's go get a win. Okay, and we are off here in the game. My football shirt obsession continues. We now have a new Leipzig talk with football manager wonderkid Szoboszlai. I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's Szoboszlai. He plays for Leipzig, joined him from Salzburg. His name is on the back with number 17. Football manager really just influences my whole life here. Arezzo does go very close with an early chance against Nice, and yeah, it's what you expect really so far. Heavy possession on our end. The chances all coming from our end, and more importantly, we're not letting Nice have a sniff. Guarantee you this is a goal. Oh, okay, maybe not. Usually we do score them ones. Aaron Martin whipping it into Benkovic. Near enough always ends up in a goal, but not to be there. Overall, though, as you can see, normal, great start for us. Hopefully we do just get that early goal, because they usually flow once we get the first one in. Another chance for us here now. I imagine this will be the theme of the game, just us piling on pressure. Nice do have the potential, of course, to break away with one chance and score a goal, so we will see what happens. Bear with, my doorbell has just gone. Okay, we are back, and we are on the attack now with Arezzo. Can we finish it off? There you go. Knew it was a goal. I knew it was coming. The doorbell rudely interrupted me there. But there we go. 1-0 up to us. Renato Sanchez, as always, chipping in with a goal every now and then. But yeah, this is definitely what I expect in these kind of games. I expect us to be a few goals up. Also, very interestingly, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this. Has anyone else managed in Ligue? Because I've found often that other than our team, because obviously we do generate a crowd because we play good football, bring in good players, but every other team in the league never seems to have a full crowd. It always seems to be like quarter filled. I don't know what's going on, whether it's just a visual bug or whether people really don't show up to these games. It would be interesting to see, but we always bring a good set of away fans to them kind of games, but usually no one is watching the home team, so don't know why that happens. If anyone else has managed in Ligue, do let me know, but we are on the attack here again. Another corner in, it's Todibo just over this time. I would expect us to be a few more goals up by now, but as long as we win, I'm fine with it. As long as we win by a comfortable margin, and as you can see, pure domination. Even if we're not getting the goals to show it, we are clearly the better team here, and these are the kind of games that we'll still steamroll should all go well. Getting close to half time now, and it is Nice on the ball, playing it around at the back, where we would like to just snip the ball back and go straight at them. I will be annoyed if we do concede the only goal that happens on goal, because the only shot that happens on goal, I should have said, because it seems that does happen quite often with Livakovic in goal. He doesn't seem to make many saves. No offence to Livakovic, I just haven't really been that happy with him since we brought him in. If someone else did appear, I would go for it, but because there's never usually that many good goalkeepers on the market, I don't often do it. What a goal that is from Jonathan Ikone on the right wing. He's just gone past everyone, like glided past them all, and then tucked it away at the near post. That's a really good goal from him. Sanchez with the assist, so goal and assist for him today, although this was all Ikone really. Down this wing, you thought it was all done for. Took it past him and slotted it in. I've got to be honest, Jonathan Bamba has now gone on a free deal to League One. I classed him as good as Jonathan Ikone was, and by League One I mean the English 3rd division. I classed him as good as Ikone was when we first started this save, but Ikone is really just gone above and beyond what Jonathan Bamba ever did. He's going to be here for the long run, I think, Ikone. Even if he's maybe not the starter on that right wing in the future, he's always going to be around the club. He's a very good option to have. Emerson, though, having a decent game at right back. Be interesting to see what he's like. He's supposedly a better attacking player than Selic was, so if he can get us some more assists and goals this season, that'll be awesome. As many as Aaron Martin would be very hard to do, but just a good performance at right back would be nice, like a 7 average match rating across the season, like Selic got last season. I'd be very happy with. He was involved in the build-up here, though, for another very good Ikone goal. Almada to Ikone. It's a great finish, actually. Ikone really trying to force a place to be one of the most key players in our team right now, and I wouldn't be against it. He is awesome. He does play the majority of games because Akamatch, who we have on loan, is, as you can tell, a lone player. We're not going to play him as often as we would our own players, and there's a reason why Akone is so good. We don't need to spend a hell of a lot of money to buy someone who we don't really need a replacement for. I don't think Akone will need replacing by the end of this save, and he is someone that I'm very comfortable sticking with for the future. But it is time to make some changes, bring on some other players just for the sake of it. So we'll bring on Arthur Fernandez for his first game. He can come on for Cooper Myers, and then we'll bring on Sasuke for Aaron Martin, who looks a bit tired. And then I think, who should we bring off? Let's bring off Musa Barrow and give Jonathan David a game, I think. I think that'll work quite well, so let's put the subs through and we'll see how the last 20 minutes go. Okay, 20 minutes to go. I really do hope you guys are enjoying the series. It really means a lot when I see all the support on it. I've mentioned it time and time again. At this point, we're getting 250, 300 views on a series that's like 4 seasons in now, so it does mean a lot when I see the support, and I'll continue making it as long as you guys are enjoying it. But about 5 minutes to go now. I wouldn't expect another goal. I said about 4 or 5-0. I was nearly right. If we'd been on form, all fully fit, as we would expect to be in a few games' time, maybe it would have been different. But 3-0, solid win, allowed 1 shot on goal. XG dominated, possession dominated, made them foul as a million times. Ikone with a great game on the right wing. Very happy with that, very happy with the result, and that is a good start to our season. That's something I haven't shown yet, I don't think. I don't know if it's actually been drawn. Do we have a Champions League group yet? It's been a while since I've been on this save, so I can't remember if we actually do. No, here we go. The Champions League hasn't been drawn yet, so that'll probably be when you next see us. It'll be the Champions League game that usually starts in around September, October time. So we'll see how our group is getting on. Then we'll do one to finish the group, that kind of thing. But that episode, I'll hopefully have some new players to talk about. I've got some transfers that could be in the works, some central midfielders. Could all fall through and we get no one, but I'm hoping that we do bring in some quality before deadline day. So that'll be the end of today's episode. A bit of a longer one, I think, but hopefully you did enjoy it. The game, the transfers, all of that stuff. Smash the like button if you did. Comment down below what you think of this team. Can we win the Champions League this season? Do you think we have the ability to do it? And where would you improve our squad? Subscribe and ring the notification bell if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.